Welcome students. So today I am here to teach you the first chapter of social studies of class 5, which is our amazing planet Earth. Okay, so this is the chapter which helps us to know more about our planet Earth. Okay, so before going inside, just read out the spotlights of this chapter. So the spotlights are understanding the solar system, Earth and its feature, globes and maps, and various elements of a map. So these are the points which we will cover in this chapter. Okay, so just before entering to the chapter, just a little bit knowledge we need to know regarding universe. Universe came into exist billions of years ago. Okay, it came into being billions of years ago, and it is nearly 13.8 billion years old. Okay, but there came many theories, okay, about the beginning of universe, but it is very much hard to imagine how it came into being. Okay, so no one knows regarding the time or the space that when it came into existence. Now, so some believe that the universe was just a tiny, small, okay, tiny means very much small, tiny hot particles. Then it mixed up with light, energy, and it forms an atom. Okay, then later it becomes stars, galaxy, comets, planets, okay, black holes, and then at some point of time it became so big that it got the name Big Bang. Okay, so the scientists believe the universe has expanded and stretched from a point and will continue to do so. It's a continuous process. Okay. So now get into the chapter. The universe is a vast and limitless. There are billions of galaxies in it. Our galaxy is called the Milky Way, which consists of billions of stars, and the sun is one of them. Okay, so here it's written universe. So we have little bit knowledge we have learned about universe. Okay, so the term universe means that whatever we see in the space, whatever things or collections of all the things that exist in the space is the comprises the universe. Okay, so now there are billion of galaxies in it. So universe is that much vast that there exists billion of galaxies. And what is the name of our galaxy? The name of our galaxy is Milky Way galaxy, and it consists billions of stars, and sun is also one of them. So sun is also a star, remember. Okay, the planet is a celestial body that does not produce its own light like the stars. So a planet is a celestial. Celestial means what? Heavenly bodies. Means the bodies which related to sky and outer space. Okay, so they are celestial bodies and they don't have their own light. Okay, they doesn't produce their own light. Like the case of the stars, the sun, they do produce their own light, but planets don't have own lights. Our solar system is made up of sun and 8 planets that revolve around it. So our solar system consists of how many planets? 8 planets, and sun is present in the middle. Okay. So in addition, there are some celestial bodies also. Some means heavenly bodies like comets, meteors, asteroids, etc. So comet means what? Like the icy small solar system body that when passes close to the sun, what happens? They warm up and they start producing or releasing gas. Meteors means what? They are called shooting star and falling stars. Okay. And asteroids means what? They are small rocky objects. Okay. That orbit around the sun like the planet, but they are small in size than the planet. Okay. So these all things are also present in our universe. Okay. Next. The planet in order of distance from the sun are as follows. So we know sun is in the middle, and then they have a path, okay, like orbit they have, and each orbit contains one planet. So according to the distance from the sun, what are the name? So suppose this is the sun, which is a nearby, it's called what? Mercury, then Venus, then Earth, then Mars, then Jupiter, then Saturn, then Uranus, then Neptune. So the name is given according to this distance from the sun. Okay, and they all follow an elliptical path which is called orbit. Elliptical means like oval shaped path. Okay, not circle, like oval shaped path they follow, and that path is called orbit. Okay, now Earth. Earth is the only planet that can support life. It is also the only planet that has water in it. These are the factors that make it a special planet. Okay, so we know there are how many planets are there? There are 8 planets. But life is supported only in Earth. Why? Because it has water. So water make it possible for life to exist in Earth. Okay, so it's a special planet. And as we know, the shape of the Earth is spherical, like a circle, but it is slightly flattened. Okay, flattened means it will be flat like of surface in the two poles, North Pole and South Pole. So it is spherical, but at the poles they are little bit flattened, like flat. Okay, it has one natural satellite which is called Moon. So we have a natural means not man-made. Okay, it's a natural satellite which is called Moon. Okay, satellite means which revolves around the planet. So the next topic is continent and ocean. So Earth is made up of 7 land masses and each such landmass is called a continent. So if you see in the globe, you can see some portions are green, some are blue. Okay, so green portion is what? Land. So they are called what? They are known as continents. And the blue portion is called oceans or water bodies. Okay, so Earth contains how many landmass like that? 7. So they are called what? Continent. So a continent is a piece of land that is not broken up by the segments. As a whole, it is a land. Okay, their 7 continents are North America, South America, Europe, Africa, Australia, Asia, and Antarctica. So these are the 7 continents. Okay, and in which continent we are living? We are living in Asia. Each continent is divided into countries. So inside each continent there are various countries are there. Okay, and among that Russia is the largest one and Vatican is the smallest one in accordance to the size. Our country India is the 7th largest. So the position of our country is 7 in respect of size. Now, nearly 70% of the earth is covered with water. There are 5 major oceans on earth. So, nearly, if we consider 30% is land portion and rest 70% is what? Contain water bodies. So, there are 5 major oceans on earth. They are what? Atlantic Ocean, Pacific Ocean, Indian Ocean, Arctic Ocean, Antarctic or Southern Ocean. So, these are the 5 major oceans or you can say water bodies which are present on our continent. So our next topic is globe. A globe is an exact model of Earth. It is spherical in shape. It helps us identify continents and oceans. Okay, so globe is exactly the shape of a Earth. It's spherical shape, and it helps us to identify the continent portion and the ocean portion. Okay. However, it is not practical to carry a globe around. It also cannot carry detailed information like details of landforms or small towns. You can see continents, you can see countries, but it's not give you that much details regarding the details of landforms or small towns. Okay, large globes they do show some details but are too big to handle. If you bought a big or a large globe, it may show you some details but it is not possible to carry from one place to another. Next topic is map. Maps are drawing or representation of a part or whole of the earth on a flat surface. Okay, so when you draw or you represent a part or a whole of earth on a flat surface, we call it map. Map present information and characteristics about the world. Okay, what information does it carries? Like mountains, plains, and other relief features it carries. The location. It is through map that we can identify the location and shape of countries and also get an idea of the distance between places. Okay, through map only we can identify the locations and also we can get to know the shapes of the countries. Okay, and the idea also we will get regarding the distance of a place. Types of map. Some of the map shows boundaries of countries, states and important cities and they are called polygons. So in polygons what happens? We can see the boundary of a country or states and some important cities. So they are this type of map are called what? Political map. Physical map, on the other hand, it shows you the relief features like plateaus, plains, mountains, and rivers. Okay. Weather map will show you the weather condition. Okay, it helps or it is used by the meteorologists who study the weather condition for the forecast. We know only it is shown that today it will be cloudy or sunny. Okay, with the help of weather maps, we will get to know. Tourists use a city map to locate the road and place. So now we have easy access to maps so that we can easily go to a place and can find our way out. Okay. Builders or city planners also use this map to decide where schools, hospitals, parks, and banks will be built in a particular place. So with the help of map, it helps them to plan where a school should be there, where hospital, where park, and a bank can be built in a particular place. Maps are also important for aviation. Aviation means traveling in air and navigation in waterways. So it is basically used in all sectors. Okay. There are also special thematic maps that we can show distribution of population, transport, natural resources, soil, forest, density of rainfall, etc. A book of map is called atlas. Okay. So atlas is a book that contains different types of maps. Okay, next topic is elements in a map. A map consists of lines drawn across it. So if you look at a map, you can see some lines are there. Okay, horizontal or vertical lines. They form a grid. The lines of latitudes and longitudes, scale, symbols, direction, etc. are drawn on a map. So on a map, you can see the lines of latitude, longitude, scales are there. Okay, symbols are there, directions are written on a map. A scale represents the distance is seen at a base of any map. Let us find out why these elements are present on a map. Okay. So scales represent what? The distance. Okay. What is the distance of it? And you will get it at the base. Means downward of any map you will get to know regarding the scale. You can see scale is written in that portion. Colors. So if you look at the physical map, the first thing that you can identify are the colors. Okay. So colors that represent the different feature of art. Suppose here you can see plains, lowlands are shown in green color. High mountains are shown in dark brown. Lower mountains and hills are shown in light brown. Deep water bodies are shown in darker shades of blue, while shallow water bodies are shown in light blue colors. Okay, so the next element is scale. Since the map is a miniature representation of Earth, it is not possible to show the exact distance between two places. Okay, so here what it is said that map is just a miniature, means a small representation of a big Earth. Okay, so it is not possible to show us the exact distance between two spaces, right? So what we do? We use scale here. So scale of a map indicates the relationship between distance shown on a map and the actual distance on the ground. Okay. So if, for example, I am saying, suppose I take a scale like 1 centimeter is 100 kilometer. Okay. So if some place I have 2 centimeter is area, so it will be about 200 kilometer. So 200 kilometer is not possible to draw on a piece of paper on a flat surface, right? But with the help of this skill, we can get our idea clearly. Okay, so the next element is symbol. Cartographer creates standard universal symbols on a map. Symbols express significant features on Earth represented on a map. So cartographer are those who create this universal standard symbol. Okay, of a map. So if we can see that in a map certain symbols are here like a dot or suppose like an up and down marks. Okay, so they are particularly mean something. Okay, they have a specific meaning. Okay, that particular drawing symbol or you can say sign has. So those things have been created by whom? By a cartographer. So symbols expresses significant features on art and it is represented on the map. Okay. Boundaries between countries are shown as dark dashes and dots. Cities are marked as blue dots. Similarly, boundaries between countries, roads, rivers, railway lines, bridges, and capitals are represented by specific symbols. So, every thing has its own particular symbol to represent. These symbols helps us to read a map accurately. So with the help of this symbol, we can easily get to know what, if you know what does the symbol symbolize, then we can easily get to know what does it mean. Okay, it's a bridge or it's a railway line or it's a capital. Okay, you can easily get the idea. These symbols help us to read the map accurately. Every map has a key which gives the scale of the map and explains the meaning of various symbols. The symbols and signs used on map are called conventional signs and symbols. So these symbols which are used, they are called what symbol? They are called conventional symbols and signs. Okay, so these particular symbols are called conventional signs and symbols. And who have created this universal standard universal symbol? Cartographers have created. Okay, so the next element is direction. So in order to determine where a place is located in relation to other location, we should have a good knowledge of direction. We should have the knowledge of direction, right? So there are basically 4 cardinal directions. What are they? North, south, east and west. Okay, the arrow is a universal symbol for direction. So with the help of the arrow head only, we get to know which direction it is facing. North is marked by drawing the arrow at the top of the map on the opposite side of the south. On the left side is west and the right side is marked as east. Okay, so these are the 4 cardinal directions. So to make the map reading more accurate, we require 4 more directions. Okay, between the main directions, and they are called what? Intermediate directions. Okay, so the directions which are between these 4 cardinal directions are called what? Intermediate direction. So what are they? The direction between north and west is northwest. The direction that is between north and east is northeast direction. The direction which is between south and east is the southeast direction, and the direction between south and west is the southwest direction. Okay, so ending it, so we will just go through some of the important points. Okay, like what is the name of a galaxy? Our galaxy is called what? The Milky Way galaxy. The solar system is made up of sun and 8 planets. The earth is made up of continents and ocean, and we know 70% is ocean and only 30% is continent. There are 7 continents and 5 major oceans on the earth's surface. Okay, and the globe is an exact model of earth, so it looks like exactly the shape of spherical. Maps are drawing or representation of a part or a whole of earth on a flat surface. And there are different types of map like political map, physical map, weather map, thematic maps, etc. And we use some standard colors and symbols to show the various elements of a map. And those signs and symbols which we use are called what? Conventional sign and symbol. And also we will get to know that people who create maps are called cartographers. Okay, those who create the maps, they are called what? Cartographer. And the first map was printed in China in 1155 CE, which is some 300 years before they came to Europe. Okay, nowadays we are getting a precise map making with the help of computers or more technologies. Okay, and we can also find places using GPS. Okay, or which is the full form is Global Positioning System Units. Okay, so it can help us to determine our exact position on the planet. So this is the new technology, right, which has been helping us. So this is all about this chapter. I hope you have understood the chapter nicely. Thank you.